about it later.
Schwartz can't wait to talk about the movie you're making me watch today, which was Jeff Who Lives at Home, 2011, by the DUPLASS brothers. Got him. Jake, one word for the DUPLASSes. Jeff, Who Lives at Home.
Profound.
Schwartz?
Predictable.
Mine's insignificant.
Insignificant. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those episodes where I'm defending my choice. But
I hope you have a good defense.
Here we go.
Loser!
Hey, tell us what this movie is about, Jake.
This movie is about a wandering stoner, and shit happens to him and his family. I think this is like a stoner comedy at heart, 100%. But it becomes much more than that. I think it's.
Can you give me the time at which it became much more than that? I just want to write it down.
I mean, I don't think we should jump to the ending right away, but like there's the ending I thought was like incredible. But other parts there, it just how things like fell, like the him following the signs, if you will. I think it's funny because the movie opened with Jeff talking about the movie signs.
That was funny.
Well, it was like he almost describes the movie we're about to watch.
What was the quote in the beginning? There was a quote about signs and like how you need whatever, and then he cuts to him and he's like, "Yeah, I like the movie Signs." It's like, what? Is that what he was talking about?
Yeah, he was basically like just talking to a tape recorder about the movie Signs to himself. Like, some people don't like the movie Signs. I think it's better and better the more it gets better and better the more I watch it.
It's a great movie.
It's kind of meanders and this and this and that, and I think he describes the movie that you're about to watch pretty well. It's
Signs
similar
is
to
a
Signs
much better movie than this.
I disagree, but it is funny. I think it's like purposely meandering, of course. I think you guys probably don't like some of the characters, but I know
there's only like 3 characters in the movie.
This is true. I know I love the character Jeff. Like, I think when this movie came out, I feel like I had a very similar mindset to Jeff, of just very drifty stoner, just kind of like,
I can see that.
Like he was doing, just like kind of following signs and like trying to find more meaning in things than maybe they had, but maybe not. I mean, there were some like really good moments in this movie. There were some really good conversations he had throughout the movie that I think meant a lot.
Yeah, which ones?
All right.
What was like the most meaningful conversation? The one you got the most out of?
I really liked the one he was having with his brother in the cemetery about his dad, and how they were having the same dream, and how it was this question that his dad asked them, and both of them in the same dream or different dreams, that was what's the most important day in the history of the world? And it's today. Today is the answer. I thought that was just it's a cool thought.
Uh-huh.
So I agree with you on everything you said. I'm like 50-50 on this movie. I saw this movie a long time ago when it first came out, and I guess I was at a point in my life where I was like, oh, this is a really well-made independent film, and Jason Segel is one of my favorite actors. I think he's my favorite of the Judd Apatow clan, and I really, really, really liked it. I thought it was, I don't want to say profound, because I don't think there's anything profound about this movie, but I think this movie is just trying to find who you are, and that's cool. I think it had some great dialogue at certain points. The scene you're talking about in the cemetery, the scene that they had in the bathtub at the motel was pretty good. And that was all riff, by the way. They shot 40-minute fucking take of that, and they let them go, and they used parts they used. I thought
I feel like that's how they make these movies in general.
Yeah, it's the mumblecore genre.
Yeah, I hate it.
For sure. I liked the whole thing about him following the Kevin. That was really interesting too. I definitely think that. I think the first 20 minutes of this movie is really, really good. I love the basketball scene when he plays basketball with him, and then he gets fucking robbed by him. And that's when I think the movie turns, is after that. Because then it becomes less about what this dude is doing to the people I don't care about. I love Susan Sarandon, but I don't think her character's story needed to be in the movie whatsoever. I think that was just a subplot that just take it out. Editing floor, donezo. Bye, Susan. I'm not a big Ed Helms guy.
See you later, Susie.
I'm not a big Ed Helms guy when he's not in the office.
Dude,
I think he's great in the office.
I literally have written down here, not a big Ed Helms guy. Says it right there. Not a big Ed Helms guy.
I like him in the office. He's great in the office, but it's also probably because he's around such a great cast and they all feed off each other in the office. And this only had like 3 people. I didn't like Ed Helms' character in this movie, and you're probably not supposed to like him, but
he's not good at that genre of here's the situation, now go. He's not good at that. I don't think he's good at improving like Seth Rogen is, like
the Apatow crew.
The rest of the Apatow. I think he's the least capable of that of nailing that kind of dialogue.
For sure, and he's not from that, so that's probably why. But another thing,
he's classically Broadway trained.
I liked the end. I thought it was cool how the guy's name was Kevin, and he saved him, and he found a meaning for his life. And I'm going to tell you now what I think makes the movie not good to me is the goddamn music. The fucking music was terrible. Like it was trying so hard to tell you what to feel. Instead of just adding to the movie, it was just like in your fucking face. This is what they want you to feel right now. And that took me out of it. That took me out of the whole movie. I was like, fuck the movie because the music was doo-doo.
I hated
I'm not the biggest.
That took me out of that was the camera work. All the
Zoom?
Digital, all that.
Yeah.
And that's all post-production. It's all digital. The digital pushes, the digital handheld look. That's all fake, and it was way over the top, and that took me out. Every time they zoomed and then rezoomed and then pulled out and then punched in, and then I was like, I hated it. They would pan characters that were in focus, they would pan over to the other one who's out of focus, and then pan back. It's like you're doing it. That's terrible. It's terrible. I hated it. To the point where I was just like, every zoom, I was like, I'm not paying attention to the movie because of how much I hated what was going on with. I mean, I don't know if it was choice in the beginning or if that's the editor's choice or what's going on, but I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I feel like it was just like a handheld digital camera, like they're just like camcorder style. I feel like that's just how they did that shit.
Well, let's see what the movie was shot on. Let's look that up.
It was shot on a red.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Because which means it was probably shot at 6K, and then they just did digital punches all the time.
They have 6K in 2011.
I don't know.
All right, so yeah, you're 100. Oh, hold on. It doesn't tell you what lenses they use. I wish they would tell you so that we could know right now. Because if they used prime lenses, then obviously they couldn't zoom. But if they didn't use prime lenses, then it could have been either. But I kind of think that the zooms were what Jake said. I think they literally had a zoom on there and they were zooming. I don't think those were post. I think
really.
I think they
don't think so.
I think they meant to do that 100%.
It just seemed like that old school like camcorder indie film look to me.
Well, it was shot on a red.
But I think it was post. I think it was all post zooms. It looked all post zooms. That's what it looked like. The way they would zoom and then punch in again and then go back and forth. Because they go back and forth and Jason's in the last scene when they were sitting in the cab, he would go to Jason, he was out of focus, and back to Ed Helms, he was in focus. I mean, they're just panning through the frame. It's pan and scan TV.
No, I agree. I didn't like that about it either, and I didn't remember that that's how they did it because I don't think they've done that since, or they do that. I don't think anybody really does, but don't quote me on that. But I didn't like that either. But that didn't affect me as much as the music, the fucking music, man. Like, it was just like, this movie is already telling me that I'm supposed to think outside of the box and kind of want to be uplifted. And then the music just fucking pours it on you. It's just like, it was too much. I was like, I don't want you to tell me how to feel. I want to watch your movie and me interpret what I fucking felt from it. And I think this movie does a little too much of that. But I love Jason Segel. He's my favorite.
I love Jason Segel. I love Jason Segel, but I think this movie was just another one of those movies. It was another formulaic, Apatow-esque, name your super bad, Pineapple Express, I Love You Man, Due Date, Hangover. They all have the same curve of like two people unlikely people coming together. They have a little adventure. It's fun at first. They fight. They separate. One saves the other. Happy ending. That's how every single movie is. It was just a super formulaic 2011 movie.
I do have a couple scenes though that I thought were really funny. Like when he crashes the Porsche, I thought that was hilarious.
That's my favorite.
That was
scene
really
sure.
funny. I laughed pretty hard at that. Because he's just like count three. I'm thinking to myself, damn, this motherfucker better count three pretty soon. And then he just goes on. That was hilarious. I laughed pretty hard for that.
See, that was almost the scene I was thinking like, oh man, they're really just trying to hammer in the fact that this guy's a fucking prick. Like that was almost like they were trying too hard on that point, but not that it was a bad scene, but I thought that
until he
crossed my
slams
mind
it into the tree. I think it was until he did that.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
And the follow up to that with that couple.
The family was that. She's like, what I really like about Jason Segel too is like, especially in that scene, like he wouldn't come out of the car. She's like, that little boy in the car, he's hurt. He's like not defending himself. He's just like staying quiet. He's like,
get out of the car. He's like, I should get out. He's like,
going to come out. So like, and that's the thing. I did like this movie. It is for an independent. See, this is it. I can respect independent filmmakers and people who try to do things a different way. So I respect what they were doing.
Likewise.
But I think it was a little too in your face. But like I said, I did like this movie the first time I saw it when it first came out. I remember being like, yeah, this was a good movie. But now I it's okay. I mean, if you like comedy movies and you like Jason Segel, you should watch this movie because he is great in it. But it's okay.
Just okay.
So yeah, Jake? Why did you love this movie besides for the whole philosophical?
Why did you make me watch this movie? Is it significant? What's significant about this movie?
Like I said, I just love the way like everything comes together in it. Like, granted, like I see what you mean about some of the plots with like Susan Sarandon. I feel like maybe they didn't really tie into the whole thing, but it did. It was
super
all about
homophobe too, Susan Sarandon.
It was all about the. It's all about just the family thing and just how he basically helped his family like come together. Like he in these weird circumstances of him just following this lead of Kevin, he just weirdly helped his brother save his marriage that was like just about to fall apart. He eventually his mother ended up having like a good birthday because of these like little weird circumstances. They all happened to meet at the same time, and it was all because of Kevin. All comes down to Kevin, and I just liked how it all played together, and the fact like the ending I think is just amazing, and the fact that like it just weirdly ended with him just saving this family, and even like right after the conversation he had with the taxi driver, that he said something like, "Do you ever realize like what the meaning of life is?" And then you're just not impressed. I forgot exactly what he said, but something along those lines. Like if you realize what your purpose is, and it's just not that important.
Yeah.
And then he ends up like boom, saves a family.
Yeah, what was up? That was a little extreme at the end there. Is he a fucking lifeguard? What's going on there?
I don't know exactly.
What a way to end that movie. Like,
I know that's why.
How do we end it? I don't know. How about a fucking car drives off? Like, is it? Like, we don't like that. That's what the movie led up to, is him jumping in. So the fact that his name was Kevin was the
very
zinger. Yeah. Like, wait, thanks, Shyamalan.
Right. The DUPLASS brothers Shyamalan you, bro. No, I don't know.
Didn't one of the DUPLASS brothers make a movie called Kevin?
The movie that came out, I think they produced or something. I don't know.
It was like a short film about a musician. Was that called Kevin? I know what you're referring to. I'm gonna check that. But yeah,
check it, Johnny.
I loved how it all came together, man. I love the ending.
I'm glad you did, dude.
I honestly, like, I'm pretty sure I fucking cried when I first saw that movie. Like, the ending to me
I was about to say,
see you crying.
I like the end itself. Like when he's sitting on the couch and he watches the newscast and he says, and it's like, oh, thank God this guy was there. And the little girl says, yeah, if that guy wasn't there, I wouldn't have my dad. I thought that was dope. I really liked that. That was a great way for it to be the end. That was cool. But
that and the boat part when he was almost dying, like when he was almost dead, like he could have died on that fucking boat.
Now this is the thing. If that dude would have died, I would have liked this movie a little bit better.
I see what you mean.
Kill that
motherfucker. He would have basically like sacrificed himself in order for his his meaning to be better than it was being. And now, like, I guarantee you, they thought about that too. Like, should this guy die? Should this guy not die? And then at the end, they're probably like, we can't kill this guy.
Did a little bit of both.
If he did die, I think it would have made the movie a little bit more interesting.
What the fuck his family a little more though?
But then again, all the good shit that happened, like with his mom and his brother,
anyway.
like.
It was.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't a piece of shit.
He fixed the blind. He fixed the cupboard or whatever he did.
Yeah, that was the last shot.
That was the last shot. You're right.
How it all started and how it all ended. It was a beautiful,
man,
full circle, one-day movie.
Listen to me, man. I get it. It's not a bad movie, and I get what the DUPLASS brothers do. They do a lot of things with nothing. But at the same time, I think it was just a little too in your face for me. It was a little. It was the music, the fucking music. Go back and listen to the goddamn music. Like the scene where Susan Sarandon, you first see her, and she's like in her fucking cubicle, and like she gets the flower, and it's just like fucking like so upbeat and happy. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, stop. Like it was bad. It was too much. And fuck Ed Helms. I'm glad he crashed his board.
Fuck Ed Helms, dude. Fuck you, Ed Helms.
I thought you would have liked the Ed Helms character shorts. I thought you would have related to that one the most.
Why? Because I'm on a Porsche?
Yeah, that's it.
You don't drive
a hot wife? I don't have a hot wife or a Porsche, so what the fuck? How did that relate?
Is she hot wife or is she just kind of?
Oh, I think that chick's been in a lot of movies, and I think she's cute as hell.
Yeah, I like Judy Greer.
Yeah, Judy Greer. That's who she is. She's awesome. I love her. She's really great on the new fucking Jim Carrey show too. She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah. The Kidding.
Kidding, yeah. Great show.
Yeah, super hot. She's super hot. Kidding. A 6.5 on IMDb, 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, 62% given by the audience. Not.
I mean, it's an above average movie, and I agree it is. Like, I'm not going to rate it that low on the list, but I also was pissed off at how it tried to. It just tried too much. It was too much.
I say watch it again, watch the camera work, and think, was this digital or was this a lens?
It could go either way, man. Either way, I didn't like it. Either way, it was
unnecessary. I've seen it a bunch of times and it never bothered me.
Yeah, but
it's unnecessary.
Think about it now.
It's unnecessary.
I know,
because like, are they trying to make it look like handheld?
I'm probably gonna hate it.
Are they trying to make it look like handheld? Are they trying to make it look like a documentary? I don't like it. I hate
Just shoot it like that if that's the case.
I hate it.
The movie Kevin.
I don't hate the movie.
You're right. It was called Kevin. It was a short film, and that was actually kind of documentary style. It was like kind of a fake documentary about like a musician who went missing, kind of stuff.
So that was their short film.
Yeah, that was a short film. It was called Kevin.
Directed by the DUPLASS brothers.
Yes, unrelated to this Kevin, but yes, there was a short film called Kevin.
I mean,
by the
there's a little bit of a relation in the fact that it was written by the same people.
And directed and shot by the same people.
And the name was Kevin.
Different
Kevin there and a Kevin here. You don't know that.
It could have been the same Kevin. Maybe the guy
calling.
Could have been one of the Kevins. It's one of the Kevins that he meets along the way.
This is the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. If you make a short film and you want to turn it into a fucking feature film, I'm all for it. I mean, that's a goal of mine. That's like that's honestly my goal, is to make a short that someone wants to make into a feature.
Relax, Kevin.
I'm also seeing it came out in the same year as this movie, so maybe it's some sort of companion piece. I've seen it.
I mean, that's
didn't
saying
seem
there's
related.
No relation here.
Story-wise, it didn't seem as such, but maybe I need to rewatch Kevin.
Not story-wise, just the fact that they made a movie and they're like, "Hey, let's
same
reference our other movie."
Same writers, same name, same year, same camera.
Maybe they have like a third brother named Kevin that we're unaware of.
Kevin DUPLASS.
Maybe there's a Kevin DUPLASS that just doesn't make movies with them, but they
keep you in the basement and whip them when they need to scrap.
He's the gimp. He's the gimp DUPLASS.
They give him Sniggle Fritz.
Yeah.
Shout out to the big cat.
Budget on this movie was $10 million. It grossed.
Dude, okay, hold on.
Guess how much it grossed?
It grossed like $4 million. I looked at that. This is my fucking question. Where did they spend $10 million?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jason Segel and Ed Helms split $5 million each, and they went outside and shot this movie.
Susan Sarandon probably had some money.
Yeah, Susan Sarandon. So Ed Helms got like $3 million. Susan Sarandon got $3 million, and then fucking a homeboy Jason Segel got the rest.
See, that bridge scene, dude.
This movie was a money grab. They were like, "Hey, man, let's make this movie. It's a piece of shit, but we could each walk out of here with a cool Ford Mill."
No, this is the thing. Jason Segel writes movies that are like this, that are happy-go-lucky, that are movies about people finding people. So I could see
better ones.
this isn't a bad movie per se.
I didn't say it was bad.
Yeah, but Student Surrender, this is a good part for her, man. She's an older actress.
It's not
She's
a great movie.
having fucking relationships. And Ed Helms, this is one of Ed Helms' first movies after he got off The Office. So it's like.
Have you seen that picture of Susan Sarandon at Cannes in like '92?
The DUPLASS brothers are respected, man. People respect what they do.
They respect what they do. Plus,
they have so much good shit. I love all their.
Name your top 13 DUPLASS brothers movies.
Well, they don't have 13 DUPLASS brothers.
I didn't think so.
But they have different projects, like they produce and write and do a lot of different things.
I'm just kidding. No, I like them. I like them. And after this movie, I moved up Creep a little bit because I was like, the Creep's better than this.
So the guy who was in Creep, the guy who played the Creep, he's one of the directors of this.
That's Mark Duplass.
That's why I moved it up. I respect him a little more. Respect. Trying to find this picture of Susan Sarandon. You know the one I'm talking about. Oh,
Susan Sarandon, like 20 years ago? Hell yeah.
HY.
30 years ago? Probably the hottest out. 20 or 33 years ago? Sign me up, baby.
Yo, you ever seen Puffy Chair?
Yes.
Puffy
I
Chair?
saw it after I watched this.
Puffy Chair is a good one.
What's that?
Really good. Another simple, well-told story. Anthony would probably hate it. I agree.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? Why are you?
I felt okay with going with this one because after you loved my last pick of Royal Tenenbaums, I figured I'll throw a curveball, and I don't know if you'll like this one. I didn't think you.
Let's just put this out there. Royal Tenenbaums is way better than this movie.
Not according to my list.
Yeah, well, your list is to do. Yeah, of course.
You told me off camera that you liked my list.
So you said it on camera.
Oh, or on camera on our last episode. See your last episode.
I respect your list, man.
Reference episode 40. I don't know what episode it's going to be.
30 soon.
Respect your list, man.
Episode 37. Yeah, 37. No.
Who cares?
This guy texted Joel Decorder in the next room saying I'm talking too loud.
Who said that?
Joel, he just texted me.
Joel, tell Joel to shh. Shout out to Joel. He'll never listen to this.
Anyway.
And the big cat.
Great movie. What movie did we just watch? Oh yeah, Jeff. Nah, not a good movie.
Jeff Who Lives at Home.
All right, well, hold on. We at least got to talk about favorite scene, and we at least got to rate it. So before
my favorite scene was when he smashed I laughed out loud when he smashed his Porsche.
Yeah.
Because he did. Like he just kept going, count to 3. He's like, what are you doing? Count to 3. You better count to 3. Yeah. Then he just smashes into the it's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
That scene's great. I really like the basketball scene, and I think the end scene at the bridge is a good scene. It's just
out of place.
Over dramatic. Yeah. Out of space?
Unexpected.
Out of space. Unexpected.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Jake? Give us your favorite 8 scenes.
Favorite 8 scenes going backwards. It was probably the ending and then the bridge scene combined, and then again I said the awesome conversation they had at the cemetery, and I also liked the bathroom conversation they had. And how many scenes do I have to list?
4 more.
The beginning was really funny. How the Kevin phone call. The Kevin phone call I thought was pretty damn hilarious, and just how it definitely, like, you'd have to agree. It started with like a fucking stoner comedy, which was
the first 20 minutes was really, really good.
Yeah, and I can get some of those storylines. Like for a while I wasn't into the Susan Sarandon storyline as much.
I'm not into it. Like I respect what you're doing.
It didn't seem necessary. Yeah,
it wasn't necessary.
Big picture wise,
should have stuck with the glue. She should have just called about the glue every now and then left her out of this. They could have shot her all of her scenes in one day.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to give her $3 million. They could have given her $30,000 for the day.
They would have given her $30,000. They could have pocketed 5 each.
Well, if they start with the glue shit, I've been like, who called
made this with $1 million?
What's going on with her?
Made another 4, called it a fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Made a good movie later on.
And I liked how it was like it was just just condensed into one day, just a one-day movie,
Yeah,
So
I do like those.
I like
it's a one-day movie. It's kind of a journey movie where he's moving along from place to place, which I like. I like all the aspects of the movie making process of this one. I just didn't see this movie as a significant movie to watch. I'm not going to say go watch this movie. After watching a movie that's on the top 1001 movies to watch before you die, this one certainly is not. It's a little insignificant for me. We shouldn't have layered it right after Pan's Labyrinth. I think Pan's Labyrinth is a fucking class A movie.
Yeah,
in every sense of the meaning, and this is
not according to my list.
Not as good as any of the other Judd Apatow style movies.
It's not a Judd Apatow movie.
Style, I said. Judd Apatow style. Judd Apatow formula.
It's that mumblecore. It fits in that area.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I thought that was rap.
No, it's just a different type of. It's just mumble rap, but I don't know. I don't know.
Is that where they dance like this?
No, it's like this. It's those long like conversations.
That's the Blue Man Group.
That shit.
Are you saying that because I'm bald, you motherfucker?
Yeah, you bald motherfucker.
Well, I say don't watch this movie if you are short on time. Choose something else.
Where are you rating it? Where are you putting in your ratings?
Yeah, where are you gonna put it, Anthony? You hated it so much. Where's it gonna be?
I didn't hate it. I didn't say I hated it. I didn't say it was a bad movie. I'm just saying I didn't like it at all. I'm gonna put it right above CB4, number 25, right below Pushing Tin. Makes sense,
Pushing
right?
Tin was better than this?
I think Pushing Tin was better than this, 100%.
Pushing Tin's better than this by far.
I kind of want to watch Pushing Tin tonight.
No story,
I think we should rewatch
Pushing Tin. I think we should make Jake watch Pushing Tin and we talk about it, but we don't have to watch it.
Okay. Fuck you, Jake.
All right, Jeff. I'm going to make a few changes to my list here. Who's going to change it for me? Because I
got you. I'm on it.
All right. When you're done, I'll tell you. So you
go ahead.
All right, so take Ready or Not. Actually, hold on. Yeah, take Ready or Not and put that right in front of Bad Lieutenant.
Right in front of it. Right above Bad Lieutenant.
Actually, no, sorry, right below Bad Lieutenant.
Okay, stand by.
Dropping Ready or Not down multiple spots from 24 to like 29.
29, yeah.
Right.
And then
big drop.
And then take Heathers and drop it below Nocturnal Animals. So just one spot.
Heather's going down a spot. 23 to 24. I'm just trying to do play-by-play on your movements.
Yeah. So Heather's below Nocturnal.
Yeah, just put Nocturnal where Heather's is, and then
Copy.
The other one.
Why do you have 2 down by Laws now?
I hated it that much. I put it twice.
All right. Wait, no, fucked up. What's next?
You gotta put it. What did you do?
Stand by.
You gotta put Nocturnal Animals above where Heather's is, and put Heather's where Nocturnal Animals is.
Yelling at him. Jeez.
Relax. What's next?
Where are you gonna put
I'm thinking about that right now.
Where are you putting Jeff, bro?
I'm thinking about that.
Who lives at home?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put it right below Creep and Creep 2, right above Pushing 10.
Wow, right next to Pushing 10.
It is better than Pushing 10. I told you it was better than Pushing 10, even though you literally just said it wasn't moments ago.
This is the thing. Right now, if I was gonna watch one of those movies, if I was gonna tell someone to watch one of those movies, I'd tell them to watch Jeff Lives at Home, probably because it's State of the World and it would uplift some people. So right now, it's going there.
Okay. Why would it uplift? What's uplifting about it?
Because it's someone who doesn't really like themselves and who they are, and he's looking for a purpose, and he finds it, and he's happy about it.
That's probably why I like this movie.
What was his? Oh, he saved a life. I guess.
Saved Kevin, dude. Did you watch the movie?
I watched it.
He saved Kevin and Kevin's daughters.
What does he do next?
I don't know. That's what we have to find out. Maybe we should write the sequel.
Can we all write Jeff who moved out? Jeff who has a studio in Marina Del Rey. That'd be sick. Jeff, who came up.
Jeff, who moved out.
Jeff, who's popping tags. It's like a whole Ernest situation. We can go on forever, baby.
Jeff, who got a job at the laundromat.
Jeff, who fucking owns a Tesla now, Jeff, who accidentally did some fucked up shit and is in prison for 6 to 9 years.
That's even funnier.
Jake?
Yeah?
Where are you putting this dog shit movie?
Putting Jeff. Jeff is going
Mr. Roboto.
In my number 6 spot.
Right above Creep.
Right above
6.
Creep. It's 1 spot above Creep. I had a strong debate in my own head if it was better than Back to the Future. That was hard to determine.
I can't even justify that.
But I gotta go with Back to the Future, just in film craft alone, in childhood memories. Just I don't know. I just felt Jeff Who Lives at Home to be very effective to me. At least the first time I saw it, I know that much for sure.
Right above Creep or right below Creep?
Right above Creep, number 6.
Copy.
I think that would be.
Copy.
Yes.
I don't agree with that, but whatever. It's not about me, you know what I'm saying?
This ain't your list, it's my list. You have your own list.
Whatever, dude.
Your list. You're number 25. Schwartz is number 21. I am number 6. This is out of 36 films so far. Wow. Jumping around. Not a great standing for Jeff Who Lives at Home. I'm excited to see where we're going with when I make the 40 review. When we have a few more movies.
I'm gonna say my top 5. I'm gonna say the top 5 for everybody. Mine is Royal Tenenbaums, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, 13 Assassins, and Handmaiden. That's a good top 5.
My top 5 is better.
Good top 5.
Red, cool. Sisters, Handmaiden, Blue Velvet, Pan's Labyrinth. That's pretty good top 5. That's some atmospheric, amazing filmmaking.
My top 5's better.
Well, we
want you to know what you sound like.
Harold and Maude's number 1 on Jake's list.
Jake, hit me with it.
I respect Harold and Maude being number 1, dude, because you can argue that's maybe the best movie we've watched. That was an amazing movie.
It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah, that was an amazing movie. I'm glad we watched that because that's a movie that I've never seen, and there's a lot of movies I've never seen that I'm like, I don't need to see it, but I'm really happy we watched that one. That was an amazing movie.
Good. Glad you liked it. That was, like you said, that was my number 1, Harold and Maude, number 1. Number 2, The Host. Number 3, Taxi Driver, the Korean classic. And number 4 is The Handmaiden.
The 2019 Korean classic.
That's goddamn right. It'll be a classic. You just wait. It's fucking fantastic. And that was my number 3 pick. Followed by The Handmaiden, number 4. Number 5, I have Back to the Future trilogy.
Nice.
Yes.
The best top 5. Look, what do we have?
Those are good top 5s, man. Those are respectable.
Handmaiden. We all have The Handmaiden in the top 5. That's it, though.
That's true. So probably still the top reviewed. Where's your Harold? Oh yeah, you don't have
my Harold and Maude number
Harold
9.
And Maude. You're a little lower, okay. And
I'm top 10 though.
Yeah, Harold and Maude's all number 10s.
Cool. Yep. Same with Schwartz, top 10. Harold and Maude's a great movie. I would recommend that movie over probably 28 other movies that we watched.
Fair enough.
Legend is high on your list, Anthony. Real high, huh?
I really like that movie.
The Host is pretty. You guys really like The Host too, huh? That's
I was looking at The Host. I might lower The Host a little bit.
That's my least favorite Bong Joon-ho movie for sure. I just all the movies he's made is just not one of my favorite. He's made some great movies.
That's my favorite.
That's crazy. He's made so many movies.
Yeah, I might lower it, but I like The Host a lot. But to be number 6, I don't know.
Bound is pretty high on all our. No, not on your list.
No, I'm kind of low with Bound.
I'm 11.
Bound was awesome. Bound was a fun movie.
Bound was fine, and it wasn't that great. It was good.
You know what?
Didn't find it.
This is what I like about Bound. Okay. Listen to this though. So this movie we just watched was independent film. $10 million is not an independent film actually. But Bound was made for like $1 million. They made that movie to prove that they could. The Wachowskis made that movie to prove that they could make The Matrix. So what they had and what they wrote, like that shit was pretty good, man.
Bound will be the next episode that comes out, or no, not the next one, but the one after that. Well, but this is in the future, so that came out a long time ago.
Wah, wah.
So that doesn't matter.
So hopefully you already listened to it.
Yeah. Bound available now.
Bound available. Sick. Great. Jeff, who lives at home, like I said, if you're in a hurry, watch something else.
It's only an hour and 25 minutes or some shit.
If you only have an hour and 25 minutes left to live and you want to watch a movie, don't watch this one.
I disagree. This is probably one of the best ones to go out in. Either way.
What are you talking about?
No, I say give this movie a watch at least one time for sure.
At least one time. I wish I would have watched this movie back in the day when it came out, like both of you did. Maybe I would have had a little more factor, a little more nostalgia-y factor, I guess, for it.
I see it. And like I said,
when I was a young journeyman smoker.
Yeah. I connected with this character way more when this movie came out, like 9 years ago, when I was more
it's like
in that mindset.
If Pineapple Express came out today. Well, no, that's a bad example because that's fucking hilarious. if Superbad came out today, I don't think it would resonate with us like it did when it came out when we were the age it came out in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Essentially, maybe a little older.
I agree.
Did you freeze, or are you sleeping, or you just hit the pipe and blacked out?
Is he dead? Well, this is Schwartz's last episode of Making Watch Movies. He's dead.
Bye-bye.
I'm alive.
Oh, you're alive. We killed him off. This is our best way to kill him off.
Do we have I think the next movie is Schwartz's, and I think it's already chosen, right?
Yes, it is.
Cool. We'll talk about it later. Well, we can talk about it now. It's Mank. Next movie we're going to be watching next week is Mank. Will be available.
Available now on iTunes, on Netflix, I mean.
This is the thing. It's David Fincher's first movie in 6 years, so you got to watch it.
Gary Oldman. I'm looking forward to it.
Fincher with Oldman on
Gary
Netflix.
Oldman.
Come on. It's going to be great. Watch it. Listen to us next week. See you later, boys.
Bye.
Shout out to the big cat. This week's episode is brought to you by Friedman's Microwave Repair. Do you put things in your microwave, hit the buttons, pull it out, and it's still cold? That shit's broken. Bring it to Friedman's Microwave Repair. Friedman's Microwave Repair, 380 Dover Street. Take the Dover exit, located behind the Wawa. Friedman's Microwave Repair. If it's still cold, that shit's broken.